What's up, guys? I'm just coming and somebody said Michael Jordan's are not worth anything. 86 Flair. I'll take them. I just realized I have crazy hair. So I'm doing a really, really late live podcast. Not really podcast, but interaction with our YouTube channel because I'm always doing them early. So this is a chance for the West Coast. Plus, to be honest, I was just working late on eBay and I was going to take some more pictures, but I really don't feel like it. So a good excuse is to go live and answer you guys' question. Super Force going live a little bit themselves. Proud Bushman, what's happening? You just left a comment the other day where you realized something. I forgot what it is though. What's up, Fifth Street Pub?
I have 2 waters and then I have you.
No, just waters is good. All right, thank you. What's so funny?
Well, because I brought it up here, just like the baseball signs that I made.
All right,
so that's cringy in it.
Hey, sometimes it's good to ask a question first. The baseball signs was a good idea, but it wasn't room on the shelf.
Yeah, he made me throw it away after I put like really pretty calligraphy in it.
Yeah, massa. So I don't know how many people are gonna watch, but it looks like 35 people are jumping in already. But only 2 thumbs up. You know how I feel about that, guys. Thumbs it up. But anyway, so you guys know I've been doing this business for like 30 years. I've been on eBay, Amazon. I'm just starting ComC now too because I have thousands of cards. So if you guys want to have questions, take advantage. The vintage toys in California, what kind of vintage toys? The stuff that's super hot right now is like 80s, 90s is becoming hot. But I mean, I buy everything if the price is right. Hey, no problem, Fifth Street Pub. What's new today? Today was a crazy day. I mean, I've been like, so you guys, the ones that follow my channel, I've been at the World Series of Poker. So the last few days, I've been really trying to catch up on the store and working my butt off long hours. And I just came in late today and I was just so tired. And then Casey said I don't look good, so she sent me home. So I actually took a really nice afternoon nap for about 3 hours today, which was nice. Do I have Hot Wheels? Yeah, the store's full of Hot Wheels. What's up, Bencho from Germany? Vegas was pretty cool, Brian. So it was my first World Series. I played about 5 Hold'em events. I cashed 3 of them. I played a Mega Satellite, got 10,000 for that. So it was pretty cool. I'll be selling at Area 51 in Modesto next Sunday. Hey, what's up, Dad? I can, Bushman, just send me a message. Dead Media Outlet just send me a super chat. So for who you guys know that what super chat is, if you don't know what super chat is, it basically highlights your message. And what I do is I'll give it extra attention because it pops up. So your question is, you deal with any old TVs or computers? It's actually a good question. So we do get old computers. I check them on eBay. If you pay attention to 8088s, which is some of the first computers that are like your personal computer PCs, the price just keeps on going up and up and up on eBay. And then vintage televisions, we sell a lot of TVs that we used to throw away to gamers now. You usually get 20 to 50 bucks a piece, but they are selling. So I'm always looking for stuff, yeah. Any early computer stuff is cool. Actually, I got still from, guys, remember that unit that I bought on storage was with all the video games when so many people said that's just fake, which of course it wasn't. I have a whole bunch of Commodore systems, Amiga system, Atari ST, 400, 800 XL, all kinds of different systems. I actually need to work on a price. So there's a lot of questions coming in. I'll try to answer them. You can always super chat if you don't see the answer. But I mean, I'll try to get to them. If I don't answer them, just keep on asking again. I appreciate you guys in here. So like I said, this is really late. I usually don't do it this late, but try something different just for fun. Plus, I didn't feel like working on eBay anymore. And the one thing, 48 people in here, only 12 thumbs up. So watch for free, get the knowledge for free, but take 2 seconds and give a thumbs up if you like it. Or thumbs down, that's fine too. If you think it sucks, thumbs down. I'm all for honest opinions. Let me see if I can get some questions here. I stick to video games, and it seems no matter how much space I have, it isn't enough. Do you buy large warehouses to store items? I would think renting would be not worth it for the long run, Chris Wallace. It just depends. I mean, I've definitely been a victim where I had large warehouses. I just filled them up and never got back to them because there's always more stuff to buy. And, oh, by the way, thank you, Dead Media Outlet, for the super chat. It just depends. I mean, I think if you do warehouses and stuff like this, you definitely want to make it a working warehouse. Or what I prefer, I actually like using storage units. If I do buy a whole bunch of deals, I fill up storage units, and then I can empty them out as I go. So warehouse, if you really fill it up, it gets hard to get to stuff. So if I know this unit, I only got like a video game deal I bought, and over here I got a toy deal I bought, and over here I got a record deal. It's a little bit better to handle. So But a working warehouse where you can have 2 or 3 people just working, doing eBay. There's a channel out there called Rally Roots, and they do it pretty well. So, but you need space. I mean, it's like any business, you know. Do you rather sell everything yourself, do everything yourself, and make $2,000 a month, or do you have to overhead of a warehouse and employees but make $5,000 a month? You know, it's just and those are just hypothetical numbers. Obviously, the numbers have to be a little bit higher, but it all depends. How much can you buy? How much can you handle? Are they going to bring back Storage Wars, or what? And are you going to be on it? Well, if they do bring it back, I'm pretty sure I'll be on it. So, Amy, you know, P loves Casey, myself, and then Tatiana, my dad, sometimes. Are they going to bring it back? I don't know. I mean, that business is always very hush hush. You never know anything until last minute. The way it usually works is I'll get a call like on a Friday. It'd be like, oh my God, we have to film Monday. They ordered it. We have to film. They got to get episodes right away. And are you ready? You know, part of the reason for that is late contract negotiations. The less time, the less problems, and also, I don't know. I always keep you on edge, but I haven't heard anything. You know, I talked to some people at OP, and they said, you know, it's still in the works. They still want to bring it back. But yes, if you watch A&E right now, they're really concentrating on all those cop shows. So I don't know. You know, we'll see what I'll think I'll come back eventually. If not, there's other projects I'm kind of looking at, but I'm also thinking about starting a different company, and our business is being bought out. So like I have like so much stuff going on right now, so I'm not really too worried about it. Storage Wars is a show, in 5 years from now it still will be airing. It has a huge following, and there's always more projects. By the way, if you're not subscribed to my channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. This way you can get updates. We do a lot of tip videos. We'll do a lot of cool things. There's a lot of questions coming in. I got a Sony Beta player for free on OfferUp. Couldn't believe it was still available and free. Do you deal with those? Yeah, we get those sometimes. Those are great. My dad actually sells a lot of those. So I forgot what it is. So I think you want Super Beta. That's in Super VHS. I don't remember what the terms are in Super Beta, but you'd be surprised how many of those players will bring $100 to up to $500 depending on condition and stuff. How much is your garbage bill? There are tons of extra garbage in those units. Yes. So what in the beginning it was a lot. I would go when we just did the swap meet. I probably would go at least once or twice a week, and every time, depending on which truck that I send, cost me $200 to $400. Now that I have a store, I'm a little bit lucky because I'm in a huge shopping complex, and we have a lot of different garbage cans in the back. So I don't pay anything for garbage technically, because I still pay triple net on my store, and the garbage is included. But yeah, so I mean, we just use everything in the back. We never have to go to the dump anymore. But it used to be easily $500 a week. Hi, Rene. Need to come in and check out the new comics you put out. Yes, we just put out about 3,000 a day. So some cool stuff in there. You know, our comics are always good. You put the show on Netflix. I have nothing to do with. I mean, A&E owns the show. Storage Wars is owned by A&E, and I think Original Productions. I don't exactly know the whole breakdown, but it's for the A&E channel. Will there be another show? I mean, we've been thinking. I actually talked to one producer that wants to do something like Storage Wars for Netflix. So, but like I said, I've been super, super busy, and you know, I still want to see where Storage Wars goes. Do you see Dave Hesta anymore? I haven't seen him in a while. I talked to him a couple of times. You know, he's busy too. I know he does the Long Beach swap meet. If you guys want to go visit him, he's usually out there. How's Jared doing? I don't talk to Jared. Me and Jared don't talk at all. So Jared is probably the last person I would talk to in the show. I would call everybody first before I talk to Jared. You know, he's been extremely rude to me a couple of times, and you know, which is funny because sometimes he's really cool, but he just did some shit that rubbed me the wrong way. So me and Jared are not cool. I mean, there's no problems or anything, but I wouldn't call him. So, do you have Superman #1? Nope. But I got Amazing Fantasy 15, which is Spider-Man #1. Besides poker, what do you indulge in and spend on any free time on? Pretty much just family. I mean, I spend my time with family, and I like watching movies when we have free time. I like traveling, obviously. By the way, any of you guys are in Michigan, we come into Michigan next week. So we'll be at, and I don't want to say this wrong because I said it wrong and I just figured out I said it wrong. I think it's Ottawa. Oh, no, Odava. Yeah, I think Odava is the right way. The Odava Casino in Petoskey, Michigan. And I believe that's going to be the Friday the 19th. And from 5 to 7, we'll be in the casino floor. You can come meet us, say hi, take some pictures, get autographs, ask us questions. So it'll be really cool. I'll try to get all the questions. If not, Keep on sending me messages. Hey, Mr. Gino, yeah, send me an email. Rene, Bargain Hunter Thrift Store. I'm definitely interested in toys. Hello, Rene. Love watching all your posts and your knowledge of things, big and small. Awesome. Keep your posts coming. Thanks, Sonny. Appreciate it. Yeah. So, my wife, she's downstairs. She's watching movies. She's tired. She's at the store most of the day. So yeah, hit a like button, subscribe to the channel. It's always cool. But what was I answering? So yeah, people always think we do a YouTube channel for the money. Compared to all the different investments and things that we got going on, this is like pretty much the bottom. I mean, I don't think if there's anything else that learns less, and I probably give more time to. Two reasons why I do it. Number one, it's good marketing for my business, for my name at the store. So that part is good. But number two, I do it because I like sharing knowledge. And you know what, to be honest, there's a lot of idiots on YouTube, but there's also a lot of great subscribers and great people that say nice things and give us support and stuff like this. But this is the way I look at it. If I can change one person's life and just, especially a young person, and up in Michigan, that's where we'll be, Don, Petoskey. So if I can change one person's life and just show them different options, I'm like, look, maybe you weren't the smartest in school, or maybe you didn't make the best choices, but that doesn't mean you have to work at Walmart now for $8 an hour. And there's nothing wrong with working at Walmart. That's not what I'm saying. But I would dig digits for $2 an hour if I had to feed my family. But there's different options. So I try to share some of my knowledge, and I get a lot of hate where people say it's fake, it's not real. Guaranteed, everything I put on YouTube is real. Everything we do on Storage Wars is real. That stuff is out there. Just people don't think that way. And I just keep on sharing. So if I can change one person's life, I consider it a win. But yeah, up in Michigan, we'll be in Petoskey. Hell yeah, Rene was the best storage hunter. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. All right, Mr. Gino, send me an email. Don't just spam my channel trying to sell your stuff, But if you want to send me an email, I'm interested in buying it. Let me see. Okay. Pittsburgh, PA, Pittsburgh, Dan Marino. Do you talk to Mary? I talk to her sometimes. Daryl's the best storage buyer. I'm going to say Nene. Daryl's a smart guy, though. How did I meet my wife? Starbucks. She took one look at me and she was like, that's the fat guy I want. No, I'm just kidding. My dad used to tell me all the time, look, son, it's really easy. You find a super hot woman, and then you make sure she has bad eyesight. Bingo! That's my joke I've been telling my friends. I've been on eBay for 20 years, and I hate selling on it anymore and leaning to sell on Facebook Marketplace and mobile selling apps. Well, I mean, it's different. I mean, we post a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace for the store, but with Facebook Marketplace, you usually have to meet people or people come to your house. So having a store, it's great. We just advertise it and tell them to come to the store. With eBay, I'm advertising worldwide, so it's different type of items. I think that the platforms are just very different platforms. If I sell an action figure for $25 or even $50, I don't want to go meet somebody at the Walgreens, so it's just different. By the way, guys, 75 people, 40 thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. So, well, I thought I had a super chat, but that wasn't a super chat. We love you guys. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it. I think you're the one in Michigan, right? So come visit us. Thank you for being real, bro. I don't care about Storage Wars. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I like Storage Wars. It's fun. It's a fun show. We have obviously a little bit more drama on the show, but that's what America likes. Somebody wrote, Jared looks like he smells like pee. No, he doesn't. He's clean. I'm sure he's actually a decent guy. Me and him just didn't get along. Part of that is probably because we compete in the business. Part of it is because me and Casey came on the show. And, so obviously the more people come on the show, the less it is for original cast. Later on, more cast came on. When I was there, I wasn't happy about it. It's just how it is. But we just didn't gel. But people ask me, do I talk to Jared? And I'm like, it'll be the last person I call, but I don't have any hard feelings or anything. Sup, Rene, how did you end up doing on those cards you got a while back? Which ones are you talking about? The ones we just did on PSA? I sold a few to some of my regular customers, and the rest is sitting right here in a box. I have so much stuff it just sits. But I just pulled these two for one of my guys, Kurt Francis. He's probably sleeping right now, but he drives for FedEx, I believe. So he always has crazy schedules. He'll text message me at 3 in the morning. He just ordered these two, so I'm holding them for him. And then another guy just bought 6 of them, and then the rest eventually probably just go to the store on eBay. Do we ever come across Phantom comics, like Phantom the superhero? If so, yes, I got a whole bunch of those. Do you find selling collectibles today are harder to sell? That's a really good question, Jerry. Let me take a sip of water. In the meantime, while I take a sip of water, I want to see like at least 5 more thumbs up, and then I'm going to answer that question for you. That's a really good. We need to get to 55 thumbs up, so answer that question. That's 75, 51. There we go. Slow down. I want to drink some water. But that's actually a really good question on you. I mean, I think people that don't do this professionally will probably be surprised by the answer. Hey, 56. There we go. Okay, put the water down. All right, Jerry asked, let me say that again. Do you find selling collectibles today are harder to sell? Sorry, the messages keep on popping up. So it's different. So my number one advice I tell most people, so I'm going to give you one side of the story first. If you collect things, don't just do it for an investment or have a short-term plan where you get out of it, but do it because you really enjoy it and you like the items. Like everything that I collect is not for an investment. It's just because I happen to enjoy it, but it's always for sale too if the money is right. Collectibles change. So, in the 90s and late 80s, Lionel trains were just like off the scale. I would get for like broken down Lionel engines like $100. Those same engines are selling out for 20 and they're hard to sell. But what happens, I think everything has a lifespan, a life pattern. So when I first started storage units, boxes of records I used to throw away. Nobody wanted them. I would be like $10 a box, and they still wouldn't buy them. Like we would do in a swap meet like $1 a record at first, and people would come, and some of the dealers would pick out the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and some kind of punk stuff, and some of that stuff sold. Same thing with Nintendo games, old video games. Nobody wanted them unless you had a really rare, obscure title. Like usually the stuff would be thrown away. Now everything, those people that grew up in the 80s and they used to video games and they were still kind of in the record thing, those people are now in their 40s, 50s. They say the most money you make in your lifespan is from 40 to 60. You're established, even if career's better. So now they buy up all that stuff again. 5-10 years ago, stuff from the 90s nobody cared about. Star Wars Power to 4 is a lot of Pokemon stuff. And now all that stuff is getting hot. At the same time, when I started in the 90s, like 10 toys from the 60s and early 40s used to be really hot, used to bring a lot of money, and used to sell fast. Most of those people that collected those or that played with those that remember them, they are dead now. So yes, you get a few fresh people coming in, but there's way more collections coming available that new collectors are coming in. So I think everything has a 30-year life cycle. Hummel figurines and stuff, are they as good as they were 20 years ago? Nope. Are Lionel as good as they were 20 years ago? Nope. I probably can't tell you a million examples, but is Pokemon better than it was 20 years ago? Is Nintendo better? Is records better? We sell cassette tapes now for $2.99 again, for $9.99. And if it's classic rock, it sells crazy. So everything goes in that circle and that lifespan. And there's a few hobbies, obviously, like coins, that's an exception. Stamps, nobody collects stamps anymore. Like, unless you have something super rare. I mean, I have boxes and boxes and boxes of stamps. In the 90s, that stuff would have been gold. Now, nobody cares. So it just always changed. That's why you really need to pay attention to what the markets are, what the trends are. Vintage clothing, super hot now. We couldn't give that stuff away in the 90s. Nobody cared, So what is big today might not be worth much 2 years from now, and what is lame 2 years ago might be huge. Now, yeah, I mean, I think 2 years is probably a little bit too small of a reference, but I mean, there's definitely stuff that could suck today, and then the right movie comes up, or it kind of somehow gets put into pop culture. Like, I think Sex and the City really made vintage clothing big, because if you watch Sex and the City, and didn't watch it. I mean, I watched some. Look, I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of hot girls on there, and when I was young, I watched it sometimes. So my girlfriends watched it too. But part of Sex and the City, like the secondhand buying, the thrift store shopping, and the whole fashion style, was really made popular, and people liked it. So trends come and go. And certain hobbies are more volatile than other hobbies, and it also depends how the hobbies conduct themselves. Like comics, like stuff like Star Wars. Star Wars been coming around since the 70s now, and like my daughter loves Star Wars as much as I loved it. So those hobbies will just keep on going. Now with Disneyland investments, like I think Star Wars is always good. All the Marvel stuff, comics. I mean, there's just so much. It'll just keep on going. So I hope that answered your question. Retro is a crazy market. Yeah, retro 80s stuff. I saw a shirt for sale in the shop, but I really want one. I don't know what that means. It's like a half statement. Sorry. Re-ask that question. 80s toys? Almost anything 80s is good right now. What is the oldest vintage item you ever found? The oldest. I mean, I have a Bible downstairs from the 1700s, a Dutch family Bible. That's the oldest cool item. So I had tools and like different things before, but this Bible is like 1785 or so. It's late 1700s, so it's pretty cool. How many employees do you have in your store? Right now, we have 2 full-time, 1 part-time. We had them as high as 6. Right now, I have less employees because we are probably selling the business within a year because they're going to turn it all into apartment complex. And we have our long-term lease, and they're buying us out, and we actually got a pretty good deal on it. But so I'm not really buying storages right now. I have like probably 10, 15 storages myself, and we're just going through everything. And some of those unboxing videos that you see is just from stuff from there. So I'm trying to get caught up. I want to have as little possible inventory when the store sells. And then we're going to go from there. But I mean, normally I usually would, if I'm like full time and I got pickups going every day and stuff like this, I usually have 5 on staff, sometimes 6. Who disliked? You are a reject. Whoever did. Or somebody did like it. That's okay. Hey, you know what? I can handle good, Chris. If you don't like it, that's fine. But there's a million other channels you can watch. But thanks. What do you think of flipping luxury goods like Rolex? That's really good. I mean, I was telling Casey, even if I become a multimillionaire one day, which I'm far off, but hey, Melissa, but I still deal in something like Rolexes or gold coins or high-end items. You move a lot of money, but usually the profit margins are really low. I mean, I know people that deal in Rolexes and they will buy a Rolex for $9,000 and sell it for $9,300, and they're happy to make $300. So you really want to know what you're doing. You want to know the knowledge. You want to know like every little thing that could be wrong with it, because one mistake could be very expensive. Chris Choice asks, hello, Rene, do you ever get overwhelmed with the volume of merchandise you deal with? Yes, all the time. Sometimes, especially when I'm tired. Today I was tired, and I'll look in certain rooms or warehouses, and I'm just like, it's like a million years, and I just want to be like, you know what? Go get a truck, load it all up on a truck, throw it in the swap meet, whatever it brings, it brings. I don't care. But that's usually a stupid decision, so I don't do that. But yeah, some days where I'm just like I got a million baseball cards to deal with right now, and normally it wouldn't be a problem, but the problem with those is they're all good. So I gotta pay attention. I don't just want to give them away. Some people like by disliking it's just to be different. Not me. It's all good, whatever. What's up, Treasure Hunter John? Like I said, it's all good. No hard feelings. No problem, Arctic Receipts. Hope that answered your question. But yeah, you want to have a lot of money for luxury items, and you definitely want to know what you're doing. I can get a Rolex for $5,200. So, I mean, there's a million different Rolexes, it just depends what it is. The picking profit. Let's talk about things that people would be amazed sold for what they did. Vintage pencils are one of those things that people will pay up for. I had a box of 12 sell for 120 more than once. Yeah, there's so many different unique items. Like one of the things I used to love doing, I don't really have time anymore, I would just type in random items on eBay, or if I see something in a yard sale or antique store, I would just research it. I mean, there's so many unique different items that people just really, really pay up for. Also, you know what I do really, really well with? I made a lot of money in the past is commercial machinery type of stuff. A lot of people don't research it. They don't pay attention. We were at this one storage auction, and they had this company. What were they selling? They were doing some sort of T-shirts, which was weird, but they had this auto bag machine. I think actually the manufacturer was auto bag. I mean, this is like 10 years ago, and we didn't have that much money back then. Our business was just starting. It was actually before we had the store. And I think it was auto bag. It was a modern one. So if you type it in, old ones were going for like $1,000, $1,500, but this was like brand new. I was actually afraid the thing wasn't a lease and I might have a problem with it. And I was at the auction and I saw it, and I saw it was a new one, and I bought the thing for like $800. Nobody else bid higher. I sold it within a week to a company in Florida. And basically what it would do, it would just drop the item and a bag goes over it. So it would drop the item in a bag, it seal it, and it's just like all automated. You can have it like on a conveyor belt. So I'm assuming somehow they were bagging some sort of T-shirts. And this company in California was like, oh, no, it was in Florida. They bought it for me. They were all worried that everything was legit with it and nothing works, because I put it up for like, I think $18,000, and we settled on $15,000. So, and I don't even know if eBay has this anymore, but you could sell stuff through escrow. So I said, look, we want to test a machine. We want to make sure it's okay because we've been renting these. We want to go through escrow. We want to use the machine for 1 week, and then decide if we keep it or not. So the agreement was, is like, okay, well, you pay shipping both ways. And if you keep the machine 1 week, if you return it because you just don't like it or whatever, there's a $500 penalty. And that gives you safety because I want to make sure there's no parts or anything. So anyway, we shipped it to them. They had it for 1 day. They were so happy with it. They released the funds after a day. And that was cool. That was like a $15,000 hit. And I also bought the bags for it. And oh, that's what it was. Yeah. So they had shipping bags. Those would drop in, and then the labels would just print them out with a separate machine. But it totally sucked. The bags, I was moving them around forever, and I just couldn't sell them because they were so specific. And I had some that weren't specific, and that was a lot of work because like there were rolls were like this big, and each one of them weighed like, I don't know, probably 20 pounds, 30 pounds. But you're like moving 500 rolls, that gets really heavy after a while. Hey, what's up, Thrift Trader? Good to see you. All right, there's a lot of questions coming in, so I'm going to try to answer them all. If you have a question that's super, super important, or you just want to support the channel, do super chat. We always appreciate that. 90 followers, only 70 thumbs up, so hit the thumbs up. Let's find another question. So, yeah, so I don't know. I kind of got off topic, but I always look for commercial stuff. I have another thing. It's called AccuTie, and it's like all these little stamps, and I got a whole box of them, but they sell for like 20, 30 bucks on eBay. So that box is probably 600, 2,000 bucks. It was just sitting in the storage. You and Rene better start AA again so you don't start getting out of control. That's funny. I think you're talking to Thrift Trader. He's going to Vegas. I'm going to Michigan. So if you guys are in Michigan, I'll be out there next Friday at the Odava Casino. Keep on saying it wrong. But they understand. I barely speak German. I barely speak English. And we're going to have a meet and greet. I believe it's from 5 to 7. I'm going to actually have a video coming out on Friday with all the details. You can come see us. Can you make money selling Playboy and Penthouse and other raunchier magazines? Okay, you guys want to hear a true story there? Are you the most successful reseller from Storage Wars? I don't know. Probably me or Dave, I would assume. Daryl was good in his day, but he's been over the hill for a while. Okay, so the question was, can you make money selling Penthouse, Playboy, and raunchier magazines? Good question, good education. Let's share some weird stuff. So this was a shocking story. So Playboy, usually, you're lucky to get on Swap Meets $1 or $2 unless you have the first issue, second. Like the first 5 issues are worth money. Now they just started grading those, like comic books, and certain ones bring something, but in general, waste of time. Now, a brother of mine, he bought a storage unit. It's going to get really raunchy. He bought a storage unit that was full of gay stuff, gay male stuff, and nothing wrong with anything. That's what it is. So that's what I'm calling it. So because everybody gets offended these days if you use the wrong word or anything. But so there was all these raunchy magazines, gay magazines, and I'm just saying like full on, like hardcore, like big, gay. And all these magazines were porn magazines from the 70s and 80s, and I guess there were gay porn superstars on them. And what he did, he just listed them on eBay one by one because he started noticing some of the older ones were actually bringing really, really good money. And so he spent like a whole week nothing taking pictures of gay magazines, the covers. I mean, he knew all the names by the time it was done. And I was like, wow, that kind of seems like a waste of time because at the time I was thinking, well, nobody pays for Playboy. Who's going to pay for that? That's obviously a lot smaller market. And he just had early stuff of guys, like first cover shoots and stuff like this. And he was getting for magazines anywhere from $10 up to $300 a magazine. I still got a box that he gave me somewhere at the end, and I was going to sell it one day, but it's one of my storage units. He made on like 2 boxes like $3,000 or $4,000 that were just in the unit. It was just crazy. So can you make money on raunchy stuff? Yes. You want to find stuff from the 70s, 80s, even older, and people will pay for that. And like everything is worth on eBay. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as it's legal, I don't care. It's just a unit. So I wouldn't mess with any drug paraphernalia or any stuff like that. But if it's legal, why not? Miss you, Melissa. I may have to start going live on YouTube soon. Yes, live on YouTube is always good. I mean, I'm actually surprised. I got 100 people in here, 80 thumbs up. We picked up a few more subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. That box is under your bed, Rene. No, it's not. I mean, actually, it put it in one of my storages, and I don't even know where it's at. I have like so much stuff. This is like I put it away when my daughter was born. Obviously, don't want her to see that. But yeah, I mean, that stuff. I was surprised how much money was in that thing. So, I mean, that was a lot. So even back then, this was like I mean, $3,000, you can buy a nice running car. Am I coming to Arizona soon? No plans. So we got plans for Michigan next week and then Oklahoma in September. Let me see. Okay, Melbourne girl 3162 Mel girl. So I'm thinking it's Melbourne, but I'm not sure. Sorry if this had been asked today, but how did you get into storage auctions for a living? Did storage was help launch your career in storage auctions? No, we were in storage auctions way before storage was. Sorry, I need to hydrate. They actually asked us to be on season 1, but I just didn't see the vision, and I thought nobody's ever going to watch it. And we going through boxes, how boring! I didn't think through the mind of a regular person, because I do this every day. I'm like, why would you want to watch that? Boring. But obviously I was wrong. Original production, Tom Beers, A&E put up a great product, and they've done 266 episodes, which is just it's a testimony to the success. The way we got into storage units, I've been buying and selling literally since 11 years old and super active since about 17 years old. And I used to buy from storage guys all the time when I moved here to San Diego and even sometimes in Vegas. And they would just have killer stuff every week. Like, it was so exciting to go to the swap meet because you never know what these trucks would bring in. And one of my good friends, Dave Ambrose, he always used to brag about what they find, and they would sell us stuff cheap, and I would spend with them like $2,000-$3,000 and double and triple it in a week. And excuse me, we used to think like, wow, like I'm making that much money of them, and they're still making a lot of money, and they're happy, and they have fancy cars, and it's all swap meet spaces, but out in the parking lot, they all had the BMWs and Lexuses. So, and they're making good money, and they're happy, and they're doing it fast. I'm like, wonder how cheap they're getting it. And then the eBay guy, this why the storage guys got smarter and smarter and smarter. They started putting everything on eBay themselves, which just drove up the price of the units because they're getting more returns. That it was harder and harder to buy from them. So one day we just decided to go to an auction, and I bought a unit for $800. They were all laughing at me. They dropped it on me how much they made me pay for it. The next day I sold phones out of it for $3,900, and I did over $10,000 on a unit within 6 months, and I was hooked on storages. We'll never look back, and that's what we've been doing basically for the last, I don't even know, 13, 14 years. I mean, once you score, it's like, I mean, I've never done drugs in my life, but I mean, that's what I would imagine drugs is like. You're always chasing the next score. So, and actually, I have so much stuff. I really should not be buying anything. And right now, I've been really, really good. I've been super picky about what I'm buying. When people contact me with different deals, like you see these car toys right here, like since like 2 or 3 weeks, they're supposed to go to the store. And I just got stuff everywhere. This is just nothing. So I've been super picky. I'm only buying people's collection right now. You're being pervy. I don't know what that means. So, and if I think what it is, I don't even know. You better explain that a little bit better. Oh, somebody else was saying something. Okay, there's a lot of going on in the chat right now. So if you guys, if you want a question answered for sure, use the super chat. Don't be shy. How long will you hold a product before realizing it has no value, and then do you donate it or write it? I mean, I donated, but not for the trash, or not for the tax write-off, because technically, if you run a business, you can't get a tax write-off by the donation because you already paid for the item, and when you pay for the item, you write it off your balance sheet. And the way the law is, you cannot pay for an item for $20, but then write it off as $80 because it just doesn't work that way. So now there's people that do it. If you ever get audited, you probably end up getting in trouble for that. And if you pay $20, you donate it, well, you already wrote it off in your balance sheet. Like you have to start with $10,000, spend $1,000, donate $1,000. Well, you're technically back at $10,000. So if that makes sense. I'm not a professional tax person. Don't give me advice, but yeah, we don't donate stuff like that. If I use tax write-offs and donations, it's just personal stuff that I do out of my own thing. But if we don't use it, I give it to churches. Some items sit forever. I mean, I have items that been sitting in storage since before I met Casey, but it's just not really because they're sitting. It's just a matter of time me getting to them. I have items that were worth a lot, and it kind of went down a little bit. And I got items like I just found a whole box of and it was in the last video, Panasonic 3DO. Not the last, but one of the last unboxing. Sega Nomads, like all these different video game systems. When I put them in storage, they really weren't worth anything yet. Now they're super hot. So Do you think people pay storage places under the table to call them for a huge score? Do they know a good lock is about to be auctioned? Yeah, of course, all the time. I don't think they pay them under the table, but it's like any other business, you know. You have some places that have really cool managers that will try to give you a heads up. But remember, that's just their opinion. They're storage managers most of the time, so they don't know what's good or bad because they're not in the retail industry, and a lot of them will tell you that. Now they can call you, be like, "Hey, Rene, there's a unit coming up, and we see 500 comic boxes in there." But that doesn't mean if they know if those are comic boxes from the 60s or if they're just, I bought one company, it was a modern company, it's just stuff that didn't sell, you know? So, but they will give you, they will give information sometimes. I give people kickback fees where I'll give them a couple $100 if they call me, like, hey, go have dinner on me. Or, you do little things. Bring them Starbucks, or sometimes they come over when you go through the unit, which I don't really like that much, but sometimes they drive by or they ask you like, hey, if you got to wash and dry, and they just give them one. I mean, it's like any other business. You work, you work on, your relationships. The better you treat people, the better they treat you, and that's just like a general rule I try to have in general life. So I try not. Trust me, I don't always succeed at it. Sometimes I can be a jerk too, but I mean, I try to treat people good. What's up, Mike from North Carolina? Do you ever get any sleep? Yes, I got a nice nap today. So if you watch the beginning of this, I got a 3-hour nap. Actually, it's 11. I'm going to take a nap in a minute. You guys do me a favor. Let's stop this for a second. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of chat. Actually, I got a big turnout. I don't think that many people would be in this late. So I was just kind of bored. And I felt I interacted a little bit. That's a message I want to read in a second here. And but if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to our channel because we give a lot of information. We do a lot of this live stuff. Casey and myself, we're actually in the process of setting up a studio, which is going to be fun. We're going to do some really cool stuff. For our regular followers of the channel, we got a bunch of giveaways coming up. So in the last few videos, there were ways for you to win stuff. If you go back and watch them, all those giveaways are still open. When we come back from Michigan, we're actually going to announce like the winners for 4 giveaways. Just like I say in the videos, I get super busy, so sometimes they take a little while, but we haven't forgotten about them. All that stuff will be given away. Keep on the lookout for complete unboxed TurboGrafx 16 games. I sold 16 for with 3,000. Yeah, TurboGrafx is super hot. There's one with the witch on the cover. That's like thousands and thousands of dollars. Get them, Melissa. Melissa says, Rene, I've been watching you unboxing. You're so good at knowledgeable with stuff and price it fast. Yeah, I mean, I just price what I think it brings in our store. And, like I said, I've been doing it for 30 years. Yes, I'm on the West Coast picking profit. I'm in San Diego. And I usually do these things earlier, which turns out to be more for the East Coast people late. But today I think, you know what, I'm going online. If 20 people come on, that's great. But like right now, we got 100 people in here. And people come and go, obviously. A lot of people have short attention spans, but I try to answer cool questions, so hopefully it helps some people. Thanks for answering my question. Okay, good night, Chris Wallace. Susan Stryker, what's up? Oh, Greg says hi to Susan. When will you be in Michigan? So Prosky, who dated Husky. That is such a funny name. Every time I see that name, I crack up. One day you got to write the story of that name. We'll be in Michigan next Friday. So this coming Friday. What day is it today? It's Wednesday. So not Friday in 2 days, but Friday 9 days. We'll be in Petoskey at Odava Casino. And we'll be in a casino floor from 5 to 7. There should be a special area. You can come meet us, take pictures, autographs. So I hope you guys can be down, be able to come down to Upper Michigan. So it'll be a lot of fun. Why is my shirt yellow? Because it's actually a white shirt, but the lighting is really bad. Like we are in the process of setting up a studio. And then we're actually going to have a new idea. We're going to help resellers. I don't want to say it because nobody else is doing it, but it's going to be really cool. But we're going to do a lot more lives. It's going to be more of a studio setting. The lighting in here is not good. Like you see my hair is like, I took a shower, I was sleeping. This is like last minute. I just figured I'd come online. There's way more people on here than I thought there would be at this time. But it's just kind of fun, It's real, it's spontaneous, and there's really not much planning. Like the lighting sucks. It's nighttime. There's a bunch of stuff in here, so we'll just go with it. In Las Vegas? No, I'm in San Diego. What's the rarest comic book I've ever come across? Probably Flash #1, sold it for $25K. I also have Amazing Fantasy 15, X-Men 1, a whole bunch of good stuff. Check out old videos. We got all kinds of comic book videos. If you really want to see, if you like comic books, if you want to really see something that blows your mind, go to our Hoarder House, comic book Hoarder House. There's about 4 or 5 videos and then a whole bunch of follow-up videos where we show the comics. It's like if I didn't have all that stuff on video, people wouldn't believe me. I'm sure there's still people that don't believe it, but it's the greatest find of my life. Daredevil 1. I do have a Daredevil 1 too. I got a Daredevil 1 and CGC graded 8.5. Rene, you look fine, and it's good to see people being real. Thank you, Stock Jockey. Appreciate it. No, I don't think they meant anything negative on it. It's just, I mean, I knew as soon as I turned on the camera that the lighting was bad, but be honest, I don't think that many people will be awake, so it's kind of last minute. So, but yeah, I know the lighting is not great, but thank you, appreciate it. Got any Mickey Mantle cards for sale? Actually, I do, but I don't know where it's at. Somewhere downstairs. I think it's a 66 or 67 graded, and I have it for $500. If you're really interested, you can always email me. I can find it and look it up for you. It actually might be if you go to our store page on Bargain Hunter Thrift Store, Poway, California on Facebook. If you go scroll back a couple months, you'll see it on there. Yeah, my shirt should be white, so, but I mean, on some lights, on some screens, I'm sure it could come across as yellow. Gotta get up in 4 hours. Huge start sale for 3 days. Well, have fun, thrift trader. Make some money. Good luck. Nice seeing you. Any info on how you price a record? You can find any info on. I mean, I never really had that. If you can't find any info, you gotta be careful. It depends what type of music it is. Some of that stuff that is totally unknown. Like my dad bought one in Vegas from the guy. He did his own records in the 70s, and it was some kind of rock thing, but it was weird. But it was never taken off, and even the music sucks. But what it is, so there's people out there that will collect labels. So label means a manufacturer. So obviously, you know, Sony and Columbia, but there's a lot of small labels. So let's say there's a label called Rumpelstiltskin, okay? And Germans will know what that is. And that label only issued 50 records, and, you know, 20 of them were good, they were big, and 30 are complete garbage. But people will specialize in that label, and they just want to complete that whole collection of that label. So they buy Rene, Nezhoda's Home Music, Bluegrass with a rock version, which is terrible. But they still want to buy that record because it completes the run of the label. So they're just not available. So he bought 5 of these records from that guy, and he sold them to him at $10 a piece. Told him, like, yeah, we recorded them, stuff like this. He put those things on Discos for like $250 a piece and sold every one of them. And it was just for label collectors. So you want to be careful. It depends what labels there are. Research them. And a good website that I like to use is Discogs, which is discogs.com. Yeah. So you pretty much find everything on there. But if not, I mean, just price it. It's like with rare and obscure records. In general, most media stuff on movies, records, or CDs, in general, the money is in the weird stuff. Rolling Stones, they got 10 million copies, or probably 100 million copies of everything they do. So you're not going to make any money there. You want to find, you know, early punk, underground, early rock, just weird stuff. The weirder, the better. Chicago sign stuff is cool, yeah. Just got to get authenticated. I've never seen wrenches in any of his lives. I don't even know what that means. What's a wrench? I know there's some side conversations going on, but I miss it. I could use a few good wrenches. Huh. All right, what does that mean? Melissa would like to volunteer to be my wrench. What do we do with old shoes and clothes that we find? There has to be some nasty stuff. If it's nasty, we either donate it or just throw it away. But a wrench moderator. I think Melissa is one of my moderator. Wrench equals moderators. I think Melissa was a moderator. Let's see. Well, she is now. So I thought she wasn't a moderator, unless I have to do it every time. There was a couple of moderators I had. All right, Melissa, I know you moderate Thrift is Anonymous channel. What's up, Casey? Well, there's a lot of people on here. I expected 10 people to come up. There's 103 people right now. It's time to go to bed. It's my bedtime. I'm in trouble. How am I 43 years old? Actually, how old am I?
I don't know.
41. 41. How am I 41 years old and I got a bedtime? Next thing you know, I'm going to get a spanking or something. So, the chat says I'm theirs, and they have 100 thumbs up, so legally I can't go to bed. It's a rule. Once you get 100 thumbs up, you just can't go to sleep at any time. It'd be considered rude. You know, I don't want to be rude. How come this computer just died? What happened there? Come on. No, I'm just chatting. I'm giving advice about buying and selling and saying hi. All right. So, I want to get a few subscribers here. I got my live subscriber count too. So if you guys haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. All right, let me see. Cool. That's funny, Peggy. You guys should try get the new Jeezy releasing today at 3. They're going for $220 and resell for. Yeah, but isn't it like you have to go stand in line for like 5 hours or so, and then people fight? Oh, tracksuits? Yeah. No, I know that. Like anything Adidas and stuff like this. Think Run DMC or Beastie Boys. That stuff sounds like crazy. Okay, let me just have one moderator for now, and then we go from there. So I know you, Melissa. I don't know Susan yet, but if she shows up a couple of times, we'll make a moderator too. I know Amy's been really promoting our clips. I noticed that too on eBay, so it's pretty funny. I put on Adidas on Facebook, woke up to 250 messages. Yeah, I know Adidas people love collecting vintage Adidas. There's actually a really, really cool YouTube video out there. And I don't remember if it was in Argentina or in Brazil, but the guy was an Adidas distributor retail store. And he closed it down like 30 or 40 years ago, and like all the inventory was in there. It was like super crazy. So these sneakerheads went down there and just bought like all this high-end Adidas stuff. You guys take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel so you get updates. Stores located in Poway, California, 12845 Poway Road, California. Oh, somebody just called. Love your unboxing video. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, those unboxing videos, if you leave a comment, you can actually win some stuff. Melissa just put the YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. You only need one moderator for 100 people. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's only 100 people on a small channel. Sorry, guys. It doesn't matter what part of the store you're in. It always looks super cluttered in the background. Well, stuff moves in and out, and most of the clutter we have behind some showcases, but we actually just clean a whole bunch up. But I mean, our store is very active. Remember, when you have a thrift store or a secondhand store, it's nothing like any other store. We don't just have a product in the SKU and then we reload with a backstocking room, and it doesn't work that way. Sometimes we'll get a person dropping off a donation, which we don't take too much, but we've got some killer donations over the year. Or I buy something last minute and I just bring it in. I'll tell the girls, okay, go through it. So, you know, it's different like any other business, but that's part of the excitement because the customers see that like every day there's new stuff coming. So if you see a store that's always 100% clean or everything is always in the spot, that store isn't making money. And, you know, I have really good staff. Like my store in cleanliness is probably in the top 10% of thrift stores or secondhand retail stores. So, and our store is just filled with killer stuff. Can you give a shout out to my girlfriend, Samantha Garcia? She loves you. What's up, Samantha Garcia? I love you too. Thank you for watching. Make sure that your boyfriend subscribes. You know what? If he doesn't subscribe, get a new boyfriend. No, I'm just kidding. Sounds like a nice guy. But make him subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Oh boy, I almost broke off a relationship over subscribing. That's actually so wrong. I have to go to church twice. Shouldn't do that. Alberto Viguedas here too. Turnover is extremely important for retail. Yes, we turn over a lot of stuff, but some items we price right and just wait till they sell. Your videos are awesome with Fluffy Gamer, and don't let him leave without buying anything. Yeah, I know. I know Fluffy's been slacking. He hasn't been buying anything. Actually, usually he comes on here and tells me he wants to marry me or something, but he must be driving right now. What do I think about Bitcoin right now? I sold most of my Bitcoin last year. I just rebought a little bit. I mean, I still believe in Bitcoin as the future as long as governments don't completely stop it. Bitcoin just makes sense. Like if I have a friend right now in Europe, I can literally send him some Bitcoin in cash within 30 minutes. So if I want to be fast, I use Litecoin. So it makes sense. I know banking doesn't like it, governments don't like it, but it's good. I think it's the future. I own some. I think every person you should manage to own at least one Bitcoin. And they're already at $13,000, which puts a lot of people out that can never afford to buy them. So, but yeah, you definitely want to own Bitcoin, I think. What's up, Germany? What's up, Ireland? How much bit? I don't know what that means. Oh, I think that's in Kindermas, right? Is it okay for Alberta not speak English? Yeah, he just said hi in German. That's fine. No biggie. He's from Germany, and actually, Storage Wars, we're like pretty much in every country of the world. So, it's all good. I mean, like German, I happen to be able to answer. If it's Spanish, Casey can answer it if she's here. But speak any language you want to. Just English is what I can answer. I feel to those people who had tons of Bitcoin when they were dirt cheap and sold them off before it got really crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, it sucks, like I was really looking at Bitcoin when it was $100 and I was going to buy like 20 grand worth of it. And I really wish I would have done that. So, but oh well. It's like anything. I also saw when PayPal went public at $40 a share. I was like, that's way too cheap. That's 110 now. How long have I lived here? I'm assuming you mean America. So I'm 42 now, 41 or 42, I always forget. And I came here when I was 12, I think. So you do the math. I'm at 30 years. Does Tatiana speak anything? She speaks English, and then she tries different languages. So a few words here and there. Have you found eBay sales are slow? I sell on eBay and have found sales are up and down. eBay sales are always up and down. But you also got to remember right now it's the summertime. Sales in general is slow. People spend their money on vacation, kids out of school. It's just different. Sales in general are down. Summertime is always low. Like I just listed 100 action figures on eBay. I don't really expect to sell them until Christmas, but I did sell like 5 or 6 of them yesterday. So it's all good. It just if the policy I always had with eBay stuff is if stuff gets slow, just list more and more, and all of a sudden you see eBay would jump again, and now you did all this work of listing stuff. Huh? No, I'm talking. Casey wants me to start listing. I listed some stuff earlier actually. So what happens, maybe in July you only did 3,000, but you really need to make 5,000. Hopefully you're not on that last dollar. But then what happens in October, all of a sudden, you're still hoping for your 5,000 a month average, but you listed so much in your slow months, now you make 15,000, so it all evens out. Basically, it just comes down to managing your money and knowing that summer months will be slower. What happens when you wind up buying stolen merchandise? Is it write-off, or can you fight to keep it? I mean, what? Just don't buy stolen merchandise. So let's say we buy a storage unit and it has some stolen merchandise. Yeah, it's a write-off because that's money we spend. Again, I start with 10,000, I spend 8,000. I spend 2,000, I go down to 8,000, but that 2,000 somehow gets confiscated, which never has happened. Then I have 8,000 and then I sell 4,000 somewhere else. So now I'm back to 12,000. So on my balance sheet, I started with 10, I got 12. I'm only up $2,000. So, as long as you pay your taxes, that's fine. Now you buy stuff individual. Like we don't really buy stuff from individuals, but you always have to pay attention. I mean, there's always a possibility, but I've never had that problem. I'm pretty picky on where I buy. eBay name, Bargain Hunters Thrift Store. Bargain Hunters Thrift Store. That's awesome. More thumbs up than people watching. Yeah, it's cool. So people come in and out. We got 112 thumbs up. I'm actually really surprised by how many people are watching this late. This is definitely one of our better live YouTube casts. So that's cool. Off to estate sales in the morning. Yes, good luck, Thrift Hunter. Estate sales are fun. That was my bread and butter. Me and Casey, once we come back from Michigan, we'll actually start doing some yard sale videos and estate videos, and we'll do challenges where we'll probably each have $100 to spend and see who can make more money. Are you employees on here? So they're on Facebook, and then Jessica will sometimes come, but it's 11:30 night, and she's opening the store, so I'm pretty sure she's either playing video games, spending time with her hubby, they love video gaming, or she is in bed. So I think they go to bed early. Good morning from the UK. What's up, UK? East Coast rules. That's funny. All coast rules. Listening at work. Oh, you must be working late. 1:30 in Minnesota, still listing eBay. Yes, I used to do the same thing before I was married. Actually, that's the hardest part about being married and being a dad. because before I was married, I would like totally be a night owl. I would always sleep till like, except when I was yard sale hunting, I would sleep till like 10, 11, 12 o'clock, do my daily stuff. And then like at 8 o'clock at night, I would just list till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And like, it was really quiet. Nobody bothered me. And I would just get a whole bunch of work done. I like Gunter's yard sale videos. Are you talking about that sort of video? Yes. So we're going to do the same type of video, just our videos will be a little bit more action-packed. My dad likes talking a lot, which I do too. But our videos are going to be less about the interaction with the customers, where I think his videos are a little bit more with interaction with the customers. And I want our videos to be a little bit more about the merchandise and the finds. So, but my dad videos are great. I mean, he's fine-tuning him. It's his first time on YouTube, and he's just seeing what he's doing. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out my dad's video, if you want to see some weird, funny stuff and get a little bit of advice, go check out his channel. It's Gunter Nezhoda, which is Gunter, and then Nezhoda, same as mine, Nechoda. Actually, Melissa, do me a favor. If you can put up a link for my dad's channel, that'd be awesome. So give him a like on one of his video. Do me a favor. Go to his videos and tell him Rene said it's about time to cut his hair. It's been 42 years since I've been seeing it. Let's cut the hair. Or if you think his hair is sexy, leave him a comment and tell him the hair is sexy, because apparently a lot of women like that long hair stuff. So you guys make an opinion. But tell him that we send them and give him a subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, take that opportunity and give us a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So, does Tatiana have a YouTube channel? She does not yet, but we're actually talking about giving her a channel, or maybe start doing some stuff on this channel, because she's obviously part of Team Bargain Hunters. And this is her first year where she's really working in the store, and she's doing really good. So that's awesome. Casey's just yelling stuff. Yes, she's been working since kindergarten, but I think now she's like really working where I feel like I could completely walk away and she could run the store. Yeah, but it's weird having a 9-year-old run the store. It's still weird. Oh, good. We have Apple Pay in the store? Yeah. Oh, apparently we accept Apple Pay in the store. I didn't even know. So I was paying for all this technology. That's cool. You need to show me tomorrow. So, but Tatiana will do stuff on our YouTube channel. Steemit, yeah, I used to use Steemit a little bit, but I don't know, it was always difficult. So Melissa just posted my dad's YouTube link, so you guys go check it out, give him a like. And I have 36,074 subscribers. You guys think that we can have, I don't know how many of you guys are subscribed, but we get 26 subscribers, so we can go 36,100. That would be super cool. Then we have to do a giveaway again or something. Who's the coolest in here? First to super chat. I had a super chat earlier, but we haven't had any in a while, but it's okay. But I always appreciate it when you guys do super chats. Do you love or hate the new Star Wars? I'm a sci-fi geek, to be honest. I think all Star Wars movies are different, but I like. What are you doing?
I'm just scared.
Weirdo. I think all Star. Hey, do me a favor. Can you bring this down really quick? I just don't want it up here. And just turn it off.
I'll just put it right.
Oh, we got a subscriber. 25 to go, guys. No, just put it downstairs, please.
Okay.
And bring me a banana, please. When are you going to visit San Francisco again? Okay, so somebody asked about the Star Wars. I'm a sci-fi geek. I like anything sci-fi. I think all the movies are good. They're different. And, I think that people sometimes get their feelings hurt because they expect product A and then take product B and expect them to be totally identical. But you got to remember, in those years between, technology changes, producers changes, story changes. I like all Star Wars. Some are better than others. To me, the originals are always the best because they also have different feelings for me as when I was a kid, So I remember seeing as a kid, which was like, But I mean, I like all that stuff. So I'm a sci-fi geek. I like Space 1999. I like Battlestar Galactica. There's a series, if anybody knows, it's called Space Above and Beyond. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it did several seasons. I cannot find it anywhere in demand. I would like to watch that again. So, I'm a big Star Trek fan. So we like all that stuff. In Casey and Tatiana, the same thing. We like anything sci-fi. We like anything fantasy, medieval, like stuff like that is pretty cool. Subscribers 231 for Dad. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, he's slowly growing. He's working on it. Do a giveaway at 40K subs. That's a good idea. But I actually have like 4 or 5 giveaways going, but maybe we'll give away like a big giveaway at 40,000 subs. But at the same time, I don't want to just do giveaways with people that only sub just for the giveaway. I want the channel to grow, and I want people that actually want to get the knowledge, that buys and like the unboxing videos. So, I want to keep it real. Disney sure did put up a lot of money in that new Star Wars rides and theme. Yeah, but they're making so much money that, I mean, they just market anything. It's like same thing. Disney bought Marvel. Disney bought, Lucasfilm. I mean, they in the long run, they just make so much money.
I've been sneezing like I get paid to do it.
Oh, here, will you throw this away?
Every time.
I need to keep my, what's in the bananas? Potassium? Hey.
Potassium?
Potassium, yes. I'm working hard answering all these questions. Any new Marvel Legends at the store? I'm in Chula Vista and can't wait to visit your store. I just listed a bunch of Marvel Legends stuff on my eBay site. I don't know if there's more in the store. I don't know how long you've been there, but I've been putting a lot of action figures out. I'm going to put more out too. What's up, Carlos in Burbank? I used to drive there all the time for interviews at the studio. Is there subscriber discount at the store? There's not an official subscriber discount at the store, but that's actually a good idea. Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe I'll do like a membership or so. You said 60 for a lamp. What lamp was it? You got a picture? What are you talking about? In one of my videos? Do DVDs still sell? Yeah, I sell DVDs every day. So especially a lot of older people, they don't want in demand or they want different movies. So remember, there's a lot of stuff you can get in demand in packages, but there's a lot of stuff that's in demand on Amazon where sometimes we watch old videos and like I want to show my daughter a certain movie or we want to reminisce on something. And I pay anywhere from usually $3.99 to $7.99 a movie, but I only have that movie for 48 hours. So I have a lot of people that love those old movies and they'll buy the DVDs 4 for $10 and they get to keep them. So yeah, I still sell a lot of it. We sell DVDs almost on a daily basis. When did I first get to be approached on the show? We actually talked to them season 1, which we didn't want to do because we just opened up our store. The money was really low in the beginning. And to be honest, I just didn't think it would work, which was obviously a big mistake. But, and then we came on and we started talking to them at season 2 and 3 again. So we did some camera work in 2 and 3. And then by season 4, everything came together where it worked for both sides. And it was just a good opportunity. And once we started, Jeff Baumgartner was the producer at the time, the executive producer. Actually, I think he was the show producer and then turned to executive. And he's still like, I think the number 2 and number 3 guy at OP. And, he really liked us for the show. And he really pushed us with A&E. And Jeff Fry was one of the producers that pushed it. And once we started doing it, it just all worked. It was natural. It was fun. So it was pretty easy. It's never really any drama. Over here, it's 11:30. Casey already told me it's my bedtime. Do you remember your first bad locker buy? Yep. I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't buy many bad lockers in my lifetime, but the less money you have in the business, the more risks you take on shitty lockers, and the more it hurts. Sorry, I'm eating a banana. I'm hungry. But VHS by the pound. That's funny. So I bought this locker. It's a rookie. I have certain rules for buying storage units that I usually follow, and I break them very, very rarely. But I bought this locker. It was in Pacific Beach. It's a beach community here in San Diego, and it's more of most of the people are young and there are a lot of exchange students and stuff like this. And it was a 10 by 10, and I've seen all these hard shell boxes, not boxes, but like just CVS boxes, the ones with the flip tops and Walmart uses. And I didn't even pay attention. It said CVS, and I was just happy. It's like, wow, this guy has everything in his unit in these hard boxes. And it looked really good and clean because of that. And I think somebody ran me up to like $1,100. Now, I never buy those boxes again. Number one, those boxes usually belong to CVS, Walgreens, Walmart. That means somebody has to have the guts and go behind that building and steal those boxes, basically commit theft. So you know how I feel about thieves. Most people that steal are usually lower forms of human beings anyway, so they don't have any money. If they have to steal a box, a moving box, they probably don't have any good stuff. And that was the case. Every one of this box was just tweaker. It was just taking apart electronics, all kinds of things. And It just sucked. I mean, like I opened every box and just like trying to find something. It's just filled and it looks good, but everything was broken and junk, and I think I lost most of my money there. So another thing that I don't do is buy when I see food in a unit. That's usually a really bad sign. Things that you do want to look for is when boxes are numbered. That's most of the time a good sign. Even though I got one on storage once when the boxes were numbered, and it was one of my worst lockers ever. So yeah, totes, that's the word, totes. So I have some basic rules. Now, sometimes I go against those rules, but in general, if I see food, I don't buy it. Smash that thumbs up. Yes, we got 126 thumbs up. I would like it if we get some more subscribers. So I don't know if most of you guys are subscribed already, but if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Yes, we have a fan. That's our fan page for Storage Wars. Am I going to eBay Open? No, I never have time. I always forget to register. And also, I've been on eBay since forever. Plus, we're going to be in Michigan. So actually, the whole time when eBay is open, we'll be in Michigan. How do you keep from being overwhelmed? Sometimes I get overwhelmed, but you just got to take it day by day, stride by stride. And, Casey's good about that. I always stress about every little thing, but sometimes you just got to step back and just be like, okay, let me just take this and just deal with this, and then I'll deal with this. That's basically always a problem, but I know I try to figure it out. Magic DVDs and VHS sell for outrageous price. Yes, a lot of same thing with music. You find like really rare, unique stuff. Like we had this DVD that was a ballerina that she was famous, and then she redid an opera house and somewhere in a small city in Nevada, and her DVD is going for like $110 and sells immediately every time. Nope. When Comic-Con is, again, I'll be in Michigan, so we won't be at Comic-Con. But we have like 10,000 comic books at the store, so if you know comics, definitely come to the store. Food market doesn't necessarily mean household unit, so that's not why I don't buy it. But food and locker means your financial being is like you being cheap, that you want to keep food in the locker. So those are usually not high quality units. So, that's always the exception to the rule, but in general, that's not a good thing if you put food in storage. Plus, another thing, food attracts rats and all kinds of stuff. So, you might be dealing with some of that stuff depending on how it was packed and how long it's been there. Hi from Australia. Love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. I have some comic cards and X-Men toys all in box. That's cool. I have a lot of that stuff. Oh, yeah, you remember that buy when I got all the crystals? That was pretty crazy. So actually, I just listed some of those crystals on eBay. 131 people. Man, there's more and more people coming. It's one of our higher live chats. If I'm near, you don't want to play me in poker. Maybe you do. I don't know how good you are. But Detroit, I think Detroit is going to be a couple hours from where we are, so I'm not sure. But there is a poker room at the Ottawa Casino. Odava Casino, and I will be playing some live poker one of the nights there. So as long as they have the games going, I don't know how active they are, but I will be playing poker. So come down, we'll play some poker. Yes, Mike, go to bed, get some sleep. Rene's eBay. Good night, Mike. Come to San Francisco and I'll play you in poker. Name the casino. Everybody wants to play me in poker, huh? Apparently. I guess I look like a fish. Favorite casino in Vegas? For poker, I like playing at, Wynn, obviously, Aria, Bellagio. But I play a lot of private games, to be honest. That's one of the good benefits of being on Storage Wars. So a lot of people consider you a celebrity. I don't consider myself a celebrity. I'm just a regular guy. But because being on television, you get invited to a lot of private games where it's usually celebrities or rich people. The poker pros usually cannot get into them. Somebody banned that 123. That's just like the most ignorant comments ever. That's like total racist, but anyway. But so I get invited to a lot of private games. Sorry, I might have to bind your hair. God, like some people are like annoying. Why would you use my channel to put up like racist comments? They're just stupid. Hide user. Okay, you've been blocked. So now nobody sees your stuff. Way to go. All effort for like 2 seconds of seeing your racist stuff. Pretty ignorant. What was I saying? I'm like The Rock. Yeah, just a fat version. So I get to play a lot of cool private games, and those games Those games are usually a lot better. Ooh, I got an eBay thing. Let's see what we got on eBay. We'll do live. Offer $650 for Dale Stevens 9.2 cover. Let's see how much we're asking. We're asking $800. This guy's offering $650. You know what? I think that's a reasonable offer. Let's see how much feedback he has. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you guys see this? Because on my screen doesn't look that good. So that was our latest videos. It's a 9.2. I think I only have one 9.2. There you go. So somebody just offered $650. Most famous person I've played poker with. I don't want to put people out because some people don't. Thanks for shouting the name when I just said I don't want to put people out.
Oh.
But you know what? I guess that's a good one because that was a charity event. Jack Black. So Jack Black, and then
Sorry.
I saw Norm McDonald's at the World Series. He played poker right next to me. Why do you talk like that? That's just what I sound like. What do you want me to do? That's the voice God gave me. Hold on a second. So somebody offered $650 for an $800 item. I think that's a reasonable offer. They only got one feedback, which is not great. Oh, that's the guy who just asked me the other day. So you know what? We'll accept it. That's a good offer. I think he offered $600. We said $700. So we just sold one of those Dave Stevens cover comics for $650. Nice. This is all profit because they cost me about $400 to get graded, and I already sold one book for $500. So this $650 is all profit. You lucky Justin didn't drop you like the sack of potatoes you are. Yeah, I was really scared. That was really lucky for me, I guess. I don't know. Plus, actually, so this is really funny. Justin would have slapped you, fat boy. So let me ask you a question, Donald McRonald. When you add the word fat boy, does that make you comment more stronger, or do you feel more like a man, or what's the deal? So let me tell you what happened with Justin. Okay, obviously you saw there was some tension and stuff like that. And as soon as the cameras turned off, Justin came up to me. He's actually a really nice kid. So he came up to me and he said he's one of my biggest fans. And I asked him, like, well, if you're one of my biggest fans, what was all the drama with the show? And he's like, well, you know, I'm just trying to be competitive and stuff like this. And I'm like, look, man, when you be on Storage Wars, just be yourself. And, you know, just having drama. I have a stronger fan base than you because obviously you knew. So that's not the best thing. You know, people just want to see fights and all stuff like that. That's not what the show's about. But he actually came up to me and said he's one of my biggest fans. And then, you know what? Whatever your name was, I saw it. I think you might have got blocked. If you want to insult me, just insult me or ask a stupid question. If you want to say, hey, he dropped you, that's fine. But why add fat boy? That just shows that you have a low IQ and you have low esteem or whatever your deal is. So don't do that. Just makes you look stupid. Probably young, but can see that eBay thing. Okay, the guy sent a message. Let's see what he said. Thanks, Rene. I'm watching your stream on YouTube right now. That's funny. So whoever's watching the stream, so somebody's watching the stream and he said, I'm watching a stream on YouTube right now, sending PayPal shortly. Well, if you're watching, so I'm not going to reply on eBay. Thanks for buying a book and no rush. You know, if you pay today or if you paid in 5 days, I'm not worried about it. I will probably not get it out. I might get it out tomorrow for you if you pay right away. If not, it definitely, what day is tomorrow? It'll definitely go out by Friday. That's funny. I definitely win on Storage Wars. Everybody says that. So, but you know, Storage Wars is a television show and it's good to win on there. You got to do it in real life. 100 to 250 to 500 random items. You know what? These starter packs and mystery boxes, the reason we don't do them is because you can never win on that. I can either send you $5,000 worth of stuff for $2,000 and then, you know, it's stupid on my part, or I can send you $4,000 for $3,000 and then somehow you're not happy. So when you do these mystery boxes, it's like gambling. One person will really score, but 2 or 3 people will not score. And those people will leave you negative feedback or there'll be bad feelings. So that's why we don't do it. And, you know, I don't know, Zachary, like, I think Melissa deleted him, but it doesn't matter. I mean, like, you know what? I am fat, but I'm happy and I have a good life. So, like, there's no reason for anybody to point out I'm fat. I know I'm fat. Actually, I'm good friends with my doctor. He tells me I'm fat, you know? So it just is what it is, you know? Can't we just all get along? This is a great channel. Yeah. It's just sometimes people, it's usually people like, you know, just it's haters, no anything in life, you know. And I talk to a lot of young people, including my daughter and friends, and people will always try to hate on you and put you down because it's usually their own issues, you know? I mean, do I wish I was 50 pounds healthier? Yes. But should I work on it? Trying to. But it's not for the reasons why you insult me. You know, I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life. I work hard. It's more for health reasons. So for the reason somebody tries to insult me, that's not it. And I really don't care. And at the end of the day, you know, he's in my channel watching me. I'm not really watching him. So don't give the haters any attention. That's why they bring what they want. They are just sad losers looking to bring others down with them. Yes, that's totally true. You know, it's you know, this channel is about positivity. I'm trying to answer questions for people and just share some of the stuff we do because we live this life every day. I just put up your video on Steam and people can see it in there too. If you will say hi, Steam, we will build your fan base there too. So it's live on Steam right now. Is that what you're saying? What's up, Steemit community? Is Steemit still a cryptocurrency, by the way, too? I used to. Actually, I think I might still own some Steemit. I had a Steemit account at one time, too. But anyway, if this is live right now, what's up, all the Steemit community? Appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let me know you saw it on Steemit. That'd be a nice little project to see how many people respond from there. And hope everything is well. Yes, live on Steemit. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we got a live Steemit link. Man, the viewership just keeps, to be honest, I've been wanting to cut this video, but the viewership just keeps on growing. We get gaining a few subscribers for the channel, which that's always cool. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let me see if I can find a good question to answer. Yes, Steemit does have crypto. Okay, cool. I probably still have a crypto wallet somewhere from Steemit. We love the way you are, never change. Who cares what it says? Well, thank you, Mr. CJ, but let's just be honest. It wouldn't hurt to lose a few pounds. It'd just also be better for my future and stuff. So, but like I said, you know, I'm not worried for the reason he says it. He's just being stupid. Do you like this better than Periscope or Facebook? So we used to use Periscope. That was a good idea, but it would freeze all the time and it would make it hard for my users. And we actually did Periscope where we had several hundred viewers come in and stuff like this, but it just seemed harder. And then also the problem with Periscope is that as soon as you're done, I think it only stays up for 24 hours and it's gone. So where we BS a lot and we talk about different. Man, I got like a pimple right here. Something. It's weird. I wonder if an allergic reaction to banana. But so you know, we BS a lot in this video and talk stuff, but we do give some advice. So which matters for people that want to go back and rewatch it, which they do because I see the numbers online. They can actually get some lessons and learn different things. So it kind of sticks around. If somebody wants to learn, they can learn. And the whole point of this channel is education. And then Facebook, it's the same thing, but it's a little bit harder to find. And, you know, YouTube, I'm building more for community. I think as a creator, I have more interaction. Plus, obviously, I get a little bit of advertising money in YouTube, which is always good. But it seems just a little bit more interaction, and it's just better right now. So, but we are exploring to do more on Facebook too. So we'll see what we have. Do you have any daily rituals? Eat? No, I mean, I just try to be really productive. So there's really no daily rituals. It's like I have different aspects in life. Like obviously, the last month I got to take off a lot. I played a lot of World Series stuff. So right now, this week, I'm trying to be really productive, trying to get stuff done in the store, process merchandise. I just put up like 100 items on eBay the other day. It was like 88 items plus like another few since then. And the next week we're going to Michigan, which will be a mini vacation plus a meet and greet, which will be awesome. So just try to be productive. Hey, Zach. Oh, yeah, cool. You bought the hat from us. So that's really cool. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So that was a grand opening hat for a certain speedway, and I forget, but that's really cool. What do you like better, gold, silver, or crypto? That's a really good question. So there's different things. I mean, everything has different benefits and drawbacks. So gold and silver. Okay, number one, to have the same value in silver, you have to have a lot of stuff than just in one gold bar. But, sorry, oops. Sorry. So, but on the other hand, that gold has a lot better, I mean, silver has a lot better chance to go up in value than gold, because compared to the two, it's undervalued. And I can talk about that for hours, but that's the quick answer. Now, on the other hand, crypto is obviously much riskier. Gold and silver has been around forever. Crypto is much riskier, but it also has a huge better upside in the long run. So I don't know which one I like better. I have $3.32 in my Steam wallet. I'm retired. I'm done. I didn't know I had that. Woohoo! I didn't even know you could look that up. I joined in May 2017. Hey guys, we have 332. We're supersizing at McDonald's tomorrow. Yeah. So so they're all different. I like them all. I mean, I think every American should own gold and silver. I mean, every person in the world. Governments don't tell you that. Banks don't want you to own that. But gold and silver is the only currency that has a 100% success rate throughout history. So you do want to own some gold and silver. And then I think if you're smart, try to buy Bitcoin. I think everybody should own at least one Bitcoin. Even now, they're already going high. I think Bitcoin in 20 years from now, as long as governments don't destroy it, which that's the 50-50 bet. If governments don't destroy it and it stays around, then having a one Bitcoin now in 20 years from now is probably going to buy your house. Hey, we just got a super chat. That's awesome. $1.99 from Daniel Watson. And his question is Dave really that butt of a jerk? So I guess you mean to say, is Dave really that much of a jerk? Dave is a good example why if you're a parent, make sure you hug your kids and tell them that you love them. Honestly, Dave is a very good businessman. He's smart at what he does. He works hard. He thinks out of the box. And he doesn't seem to be intimidated by any challenges. Now, he lacks some of the social skills. Those are real, how you saw in the show. Obviously, the show kind of takes it to another level. And once he became that villain in the show, I think that took it to a whole nother level. Like, literally, when Dave is on the show, we have more security. When we go to lunch, we have security. I've seen people drive by and just be like, F you, Dave, which I've never seen with any other cast members. He's kind of rough to get along with, but once you get to know him, I think he's an okay guy. I like Dave. I think he's a great businessman. When I first got into business, he gave me a lot of tips and advice. When I said I was doing my store, he actually took me and Casey to his store. And he's like, hey, let me just walk you through some things in my store and tell you why we did them this way and how we learned them. So he was really open like that. Does he need a little bit better social skills? Yes. But other than that, I mean, he's a smart businessman. He's probably the smartest businessman on the show, to be honest, besides Casey and myself. And nobody else even comes close. Oh, sees James, that's the wrong thing. People say that all the time when you said Bitcoin and cryptos are too inflated. It's not, in 10 years. I remember when Bitcoin was at 1,700, me and my dad were talking. It's like, is this too expensive now or is this good? And I said, watch, one day we go back and we look, we wish we could buy Bitcoin for 1,700. And I wish I could buy Bitcoin for 1,700 right now. So as long as it doesn't get destroyed by government, if it sticks around, you'll see Bitcoin at over $1 million one day. What's up, Nana?
Do you know where the Benadryl is?
The Benadryl? No. Why, do you have allergies?
Yeah, I'm having terrible.
Take a shower, that helps.
I already washed my face.
No, just take a whole hot shower. It helps with allergies.
No, I have to take the Benadryl.
I don't know. I never used Benadryl. So, sorry, guys. Real life is going on here. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And Daniel Watson, thank you for the super chat. So if you guys have an important question you want answered, I'll try to get to them, but super chats obviously have priority. I have two relatives back in New York that are about to pass away. They have lived in the same house for over 80 years with 3 garages packed with antiques. How would you suggest to sell to get the most money out? Well, sorry about your future loss. Best way to sell, if you want top dollar and you have time, eBay, obviously. When you sell to dealers and stuff, remember, dealers have to double and triple the money, because I tell people, when I buy something for 50 and sell it for 100, doesn't mean I made $50. I have to pay employees, taxes, power bill, the retail store rent. So, dealers usually have to double and triple their money, and sometimes even a lot more, depending on what it is. eBay sells are slow like a turtle. Yes, they are, but remember, eBay sales right now at this time of the year, they're always slow. It's totally normal. There's nothing abnormal. July and June, people always complain about eBay sales. Even August. That was one year, was really bad in September still, but it's the normal thing. So if you're serious about eBay, there's one thing you should be doing right now. List, and most importantly, list. So, and whatever is slow now will catch up in the future month. It's like any business. You don't look at it from a monthly point of view. If I look at my store sales daily, some days are terrible, and then other days out of the blue are like killer days, so you just gotta look at monthly, and then even better, like yearly. So we just got another super chat. Candy Goods and Games, $2. Love the show and the channel. Let the haters hate. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm friends with Jeebus Gaming, and he always wears shirts. Love my haters. So the one thing that haters don't realize, they're trying to hurt your channel by either thumbing you down or saying something negative or calling you fat. But what they don't realize, and this is advice for any YouTuber, if you do YouTube or do anything in the social spotlight, you can't care what anybody says. I can literally take $1 million and donate it somewhere, and I guarantee you somebody will come out and say, hey, that Rene guy, he's an asshole because he donated $1 million to this organization, and this organization did this. So I can never win. Oh, and then they will add on, by the way, he's fat. So you cannot win, so it doesn't matter. But what people don't know, every time a hater interacts, no matter what, even if it's thumbs down, YouTube sees it as the same as a thumbs up or thumb down, because they don't rate you by what you say or what you do. It's by content interaction. So when you subscribe or you give the thumbs up or you make a comment, the channel is getting better and more popular. But anyway, this goes to, and I'm saying this wrong because it's with a G, but it's Candy Goods and Games. So I don't know what the Gandhi means. If you want to define that, I'll try to see the message. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And while we had that super chat, I got another super chat from Daniel Watson, which I think is actually a second one. Where in Germany are you from? Marm is from Fulda. I don't know where Fulda is, what major city. So I was actually born in Austria, in the Steiermark. Beautiful. So me and Casey always talk about buying a retirement home there because it's not very expensive. And I grew up in Frankfurt, Germany, actually more specific in a little town outside called Burgel, which is Burgel, which it goes Frankfurt, Offenbach, Burgel. So that kind of would be like, for America, would be kind of like Las Vegas, Henderson, Boulder City. So that's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. My dad is from southern Germany, Trier. And I'm a German citizen because, so no, I am German. So in Europe, the way it works, you get the passport that your dad was. Oh, my dad is still here. Oh, Fulda's in East Germany, so he knows. Okay. Has Casey been to Germany? Casey, have you been to Germany? She's sleeping. I don't think she has. Fulda's pretty close to Frankfurt. Okay, so my dad's at East Germany. Must be a different Fulda. But remember, so a lot of German cities, we have like the same cities all over the different places. So I'm in Frankfurt, Hessen. Frankfurt am Main. So I don't know if that's the same one. And so Casey said she hasn't been to Germany, but actually next year I want to take. So if our store does close down, we're probably going to have like a little downtime in between that and a new store. So I do want to take Casey and Tatiana to Europe. I want to go to Germany. I want to go back to my old stomping grounds and see it all. So it'll be fun. What's up, Fraser529? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, my dad is still here, so hopefully some of you guys went over to his channel and gave him a big subscribe really big, give him some support, trying to get him up to 1,000 users. Junior Jeebus in the house. Really? But it says Susan Stricker. But if that's Junior Jeebus, weren't you supposed to do a banner thing for me? $100, remember? Haven't seen it. Let's get with that, because if you guys need any artwork done, you want to have it done with Junior Jeebus, so he does some amazing work. Starbucks. Don't say Starbucks. I'm not a Starbucks addict. How did me and Casey meet? Oh, that's the answer. Okay, yeah, we met at Starbucks. So she took one look at me and she was like, gotta have that sexy beast. Let's just be honest. That's Fraser529, Junior Jeebus. Okay. Is he here or is he not here? I don't know. Sorry, Mama. What's up, Rene? Oh, Fraser. Okay, there you go. You're supposed to do my banner, remember? I'm waiting for it. Okay, here I'll put Junior Jeebus. I'll make him a wrench. There we go. Add moderate. There we go. So, all right. I'll put you as I'll give you a wrench, Junior Jeebus. There's more to love. Exactly, Daniel. Yes. So, I'm just kidding. Like I said, Casey has bad eyesight, but apparently my interaction humor was really good, so that went over. The trolls are out big time. That's funny. Like, I don't even, to be honest, there's so many messages coming. Like, I can't read them all. I try to read them all, and then I have a tendency to give long answers. But this video is like, I was going to do this for 20 minutes. It's been 90 minutes. Do me a favor. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Also, check out Jeebus, Gaming with Jeebus. And then, Fraser, you want to plug your channel? I don't know. I don't know the channel name. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Let's see. Gun to Nezhoda just subbed you 241. I'll sub Ship and Sunshine. So I think my dad just picked up 10 subscribers while I've been doing this live cast. Oh, okay. All right, Fraser. I'll get you some pics. I thought you just needed to see them and you do them freehand. Let me see what I can find. And we'll work on it. So it might have to be after I come back from Michigan. What's up, Montana? So yeah, you guys check out my dad's channel. Melissa's been putting up links for it. Let's see. I hope you post some videos from your hometown in Germany, Rene. I have ancestors there, but not sure. Whereas I have never done the paperwork to find out. Yeah, you should explore your roots. That was kind of cool where you come from. And we are going to do more videos. So we're going to do like the channel. So like our channel is a lot about the buying and selling, a lot of advice like that. But we also will do videos of just things that are happening in our life because a lot of people just follow us and support us. And whatever happens, happens. We share it, So. Rene, I looked at the casino websites. Your meet and greet is 7 to 9, not 5 to 7. Like you, double. You found it in the casino website? I couldn't even find it. I was looking the other day. I know what was it. Let me go look right now. Actually, you know what? They just emailed me an itinerary. Hold on. It could be 7 to 9. You could be right. Actually, I think there's a private meet and greet for 5 to 7. That is so cool that you checked on Tim. Actually, let me check my schedule. They just sent me an itinerary. Hold on a second. Where's it at? Lauren. Okay. Open up. Oops, don't want that. Why does this come? Oh, shoot, I can't open this. Hold on a second. I just upgraded something in Microsoft Word. Now this is not opening. So you show my meet and greet is from 7 to 9? Do you still have my 8x10s or did they get tossed when the girls clean up? What do you mean 8x10s? How come this is not opening? I don't know why this is not opening right now. This is so weird. Alright, I have to. Oh, here we go. Okay, event details. Oh, you're right. Okay, so, all right. So if you guys belong to Ottawa Casino or Dava, if you have players cards and you're part of their VIP stuff, so I don't know what the point requirements are, but you can ask your casino host or whoever takes care of you. We'll have a private VIP meet and greet session from 5 to 7. And then public meet and greet, which will be on a casino floor. And they actually emailed me where we're going to be. And I can look this up for you. That's going to be from 7 to 9. So if you don't have a player's card, if you're not part of their programs, 7 to 9 is when you can meet us on the casino floor. And let me tell you where. So we're going to be on the gaming floor outside the Ovation Hall, taking photos from 7 to 9. There'll be photos, autographs. You can ask us questions depending on how busy it is. But it says 7 to 9. But you guys, if you come out and see us and there's a line of people, we'll be there 10, 11, 12 o'clock. Last time we went to the Hard Rock in Sioux City, and I was like totally worried about it because I told Casey, I'm like, oh my God, that city. I mean, they're paying us a good amount of money to come out there. And it only has 78,000 people there. And I'm like, nobody's going to show up. I'm like, it's going to be so embarrassing. There'll be like 3 people and that's it, We're supposed to sign autographs from 4 to 6. And before that, we had like VIP meet and greets too. And we had a super high roller dinner with some VIP people. And we actually ended up signing autographs and taking pictures from 4 to 10 until the casino president came down with security. And he was like, okay, guys, I'm sorry. We just have to stop it now. And they kind of escorted us out, and we felt really bad. There was still a few fans that I don't know if they got pictures or not, but it was a lot. So, but it was pretty cool. So hopefully Michigan, we got a lot of people coming out to take pictures. I was like meeting fans from different areas. So if you're up there in Upper Michigan, or you think Chicago is a boat that takes across to Petoskey, it'll be a cool opportunity. Can you sign my kid's forehead, Ricky Bobby style? I don't know what his style is. I don't remember, but I know Ricky Bobby's pretty funny. Shake and bake. Frazier is still in California. I don't know. I did see they did some videos in California, but I don't think they are anymore, right? Looks like you have to help now, Melissa. I'm gonna call it a night. Good job trying to keep up. They were thick for a while. I wanted to help you, but it was helpless. Here, Susan, I'm gonna give you a wrench. So next time you come on, you are moderator too. There you go. Wrenched you. Oh, somebody just gave a links to Fulda, Germany. Cool. I'll check that out later. Our picks were supposed to give Casey. We're supposed to give to Casey and send back. We get a lot of mail like that, so if they're there, they might have got sent back. But I mean, we don't add any tracking; it's whatever you put on there. But I'll have them check again. So if you send in pics, we sign them and we send them back. But we get a lot of mail. We try to get to it all. We don't always do, but we try. So, do you charge for pictures at your store? No, you come to pictures at our store; they're free. People ask us all the time because Dave used to charge. Now always ask us how much, and we're like, they're free. We do sell some 5x7s and 8x10s. And we sell those for $9.99, and I always feel funny selling those, but people actually got mad at us when we weren't there, and they come all the way from Scandinavia or Wisconsin or New York, and there's nothing there. So every time we put those out, we actually sell out of them, and they're signed autograph pictures. So people request them. I live in Santine, work out of Poway. Where's your store? Be great just to meet you and check out the store. Store's at 12845 Poway Road. 12845 Poway Road. That's by Poway in Carriage, right after the AM/PM. It's a huge shopping center with like 12 thrift stores in it. Actually, we'll be there all day tomorrow, at least after 10. Oh, hey, what's up, EM? I don't know. Ask Casey. Call the store. I don't think you gave them to me. You probably left them at the store, so there must be this. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. You know what? They're probably still one of my draws. I'll see if I can see them. I'll send them to you guys. If not, you come all the time. We'll get you some more. By the way, I hope you guys like that Italian food. I've seen the pictures. Ken, yeah, it's nice too. Kali, nice weather and Tom's. Okay, that's part of another conversation. Are all of you viewers old? I feel like it. No. Like EM, so I know her. She stopped at the store a few times, so she must be like in her mid-30s, maybe early 30s. I mean, a lot of our viewers are young, so I mean, I think our viewers a huge range. You can actually look up the stats for our channel. So most of our viewers probably age 18 to 50, which is actually for advertising money. Our CPM is like over $10 if you want to look for advertising, because those are people that spend a lot of money. So we try to get young viewers, but they don't always have the best attention span. But we try to encourage and teach about the business and just give different options. But I think our average viewer is probably a person 20 to mid 40s, late 40s, and we have a lot of older viewers too. So it's all good. You're just messing with me. That's funny, Ian. Ha 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 ha. Next time I'll send you to a bad Italian place. Take that. No, I won't. I'm just kidding. Tons of typos, no problem, Frazier. I'm 17. Yeah, so Frazier's 17. So not only is he a viewer, but he's on the YouTube channel. He has his own channel, plus Gaming with Jeebus, which is obviously a huge channel, over 100,000 subscribers. I can't ever spell. He calling me old. I'm not calling you old. I'm 42. I don't think that's old. I'm not calling anybody old. Old is just a state. What do you mind is? I know people in their 20s that are old. I know people in their 60s that are young. So I'm not old. I'm young enough to be old, but old enough to be young. Is that a country song? Storage Wars is a hoax. Lazy retro gamer. Okay. Well, why do you think it's a hoax? So, is there any substance behind the statement? Let's hear it. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. Let's see if Lazy Retro Gamer is actually going to put up some information, or if he's too lazy to do it. A lot of people make statements, so instead of just saying stuff, I like to actually call them out and be like, okay, well, what's your reason? Why is it a hoax? The Italian was awesome. Thanks for the recommendation. Cool. I'm glad you liked it, DM. By the way, I'm still looking for your Lazy Retro Game. I'm waiting to see why your reason is for a hoax. By the way, if you watch my YouTube channel, we do this every day, so... What's your favorite discoveries for profit, sports memorabilia, antiques? What gets you fired up? I like historical stuff, so any old military stuff I like. I bought a unit from the SS United States, which I've talked before in the past. And That was really fun. There was a lot of cool researching and then a lot of money in it too. So Hoarder houses are great when they score. Probably the best find ever is the comic book Hoarder house. I still have 4 10 by 20 stuff, probably 2,000 boxes. I don't even know what's in the boxes. So, and we just made that Dave Stevens discovery, which is in our latest video. I'm 9 years younger than yourself. Oh, I'm 9 years. Oh, you did reveal your age, but luckily I'm not good at math, so I'm going to put you at 37. I feel far older than I am. I do too sometimes. Don't feel bad. I need to look through your comics. Lots of cool comics at the store. Come check them out. So, okay, well, Retro Gamer, you asked a question. I called you out. So you didn't ask a question. You just made a comment. So I guess you probably had to go back to video games instead of interacting, but it's all good. MLB memorabilia from the early days is cool, especially if you're certified. I mean, with sports collectibles, there's so much counterfeit stuff. So basically, for your money, it's all about certification. I'm only as old as the woman you're feeling. Huh? I don't know if that's a joke or if that's a misspelling. No, I think he's joking. Amen, Fraser. Okay, I missed that. Sure. Okay, let me go back over here. So yes, so the live interaction is going to be 7 to 9 on the casino floor. We'll do a video for this tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have to be too hard on trolls. I mean, trolling is part of YouTube, but just make some people happy. Well, isn't Storage War staged? Dave Suderman said it was staged. So you got to ask Dave about that, but here's my answer for that. Everything we do is real. I mean, we have YouTube channels. We have better finds off of Storage Wars than on Storage Wars. Some of the arguments intensified in real life. If I don't like you, don't have to argue with it. But when Dave sued him, it goes back to everything. I mean, all of you guys worked at companies. All of you guys have coworkers. Somebody works there for 5 years. Everything is hanky-dory. All of a sudden, something bad happens, and they get fired. And the next thing out of their mouth, well, I got fired, but guess what? The company shouldn't. They're the biggest ripoff ever. So it's the same kind of scenario. And then you take it as you leave it. I don't want to comment on other people's lawsuits, but Storage Wars is real. We do this every day. People said my video game locker was fake. It's not. It was real. A lot of video gamers were mad about it because people that watch it, they realize that video games actually have a lot of value. And they are not as, you used to be able to find them on the yard sales all the time. And you still do, as a lot of people still don't know. But we kind of shed light on that. So then people get mad. So they try to attack you and say everything is bogus, but it's not. So, I mean, it's real. What do you want me to do, I still have boxes from that lock I need to go through. I actually might do it live on video. Okay, well, you've replied, Lazy. So now he says, Storage Wars is a hoax. Everyone with a common sense know that. Okay, well, that's not proper English, so you got to work on your spelling. And you still haven't given a reason why it's a hoax. I mean, I tell you what, if you have the money, which I doubt, to come out here, I'll actually take you to an auction. I'll have you work all day. We'll buy a unit. I'll pay for the unit. I'll keep all the profit. I'll have you load it, go through it. You can tell me it's a hoax. So, but I get some free labor out of it. You get an education. You should, if you make comments, you should have substance behind them. That's like just saying something. It's like you sound like you're 6 years old and you're crying for your spaghetti. And then, then you said it really ignorant English. Like, I barely speak English, and I know that's not proper English. Need both knees and shoulders replaced, single fusion, and can't have any of them done. Also, COPD, diabetes, autoimmune disorder, and gnarly skin condition. My body's in the bin. That does not sound good. I'll pray for you. I hope you get better. So I'm sure you can change it. So I'm sure Storage Wars is all real, just a little traumatized. That's the perfect answer. You got to add drama to it. So also, Casey and Brandy wear high heels at storage auctions sometimes. Do you really think when we go to storage auctions wear high heels? Of course, the stuff is a little bit different for TV. And it's also edited and stuff. But the general essence of Storage Wars is real. It's just, and even when you see us at these auctions, we're at real auctions. We're bidding at real people. When you see me bid $10,000, guess what? As soon as those cameras turn off, I go in my pocket and I pull out $10,000 and I pay for that unit. That's all real. So, you just deal with it. So, how's Barry doing? He's getting a lot better. So, he's just recovering. I haven't really talked to him that much, but I know he's on the road to recovery. It's going to take some time. He's a lot older, so. Yeah. So no, Storage Wars is real. Like I said, it's dramatized a little bit more for television. It's made for television, but the essence, what Storage Wars is about, is real. So dude, your wife is hot. I like to think though, but thank you. Anyway, I read that same article. Yeah, I mean, there's always when people get fired from jobs, there's always fighting in articles. Are you married to that hot chick? Oh, yes, I am. 13 years. You talk to Ivy. Yes, Ivy's a really good person. I have a lot of respect for Ivy. He's a hardworking guy. He's a genuine good guy. He's just a go-getter. So Ivy is really, really good people. People are too simple to watch stuff for just interesting fun. Some people can only keep interest if there's arguments and stuff. The core of the funds are real. Exactly, that's exactly what it is. So, the things that I was selling meat as, it's been all through a time. There's several things that sell. Violence, clad eaters back in Roman times, it's for violence. Sex, that sells, and then making money. Why do you think you watch a rap video? It's all about how much money they have. Those are the things that sell. So when you watch any kind of TV show, I don't care if you watch almost anything you watch, it's always one of the things. It's about extreme lifestyles. The Kardashians, there's nothing smarter. It's all about money. That's why they watch them. And they have sex because they dress sexy. So that's the two things for that. You watch UFC, it's for the violence. Almost any TV show, just find those three categories. Even if you watch shows about, it's really popular now, like island shopping, real estate shopping. Well, that technically comes back down to money. It sells dreams and it's about money. The things that you could have, the things that you have maybe one day. So that's just general TV marketing. So you have no matter what you do in television, if you want a successful TV show, you have to bring those aspects in there. You watch Orange County Choppers, well, they yell at each other, So, and then the money's with those high bikes. It's always there. Here's a good question. I think this will be the question, but let me read it. Why don't you see non-cast members bidding for and winning auctions over cast members? Do they cut those because they only want to show the auctions if cast members win? Wow, you actually gave the answer yourself. Exactly. I mean, so you see in Storage Wars and it says 4 units up. In reality, there might be 15 units. And I don't know why they say 4, but they don't want to explain what happens to all the other units. But yes, I mean, we're in a contract that shows about us. We got all the releases. We got all the copyrights. We got all the logos. We have deals with the production company, so the producers know if they want me to come Thursday here, I have to go there. And if Friday they want me for an interview, I have to come there. And if I find an item and they said, okay, we want you to hold that for 2 weeks because we want to do some more close-ups, we're going to appraise, I know I'm going to do it. I'm under contract. The reason they don't show other people, and other people win all the time, but as soon as they win, the cameras just drop. Because all those other things are like if factors. They don't know if people are going to cooperate or if they're going to be there. So the show's about us. That's why you see about us. That's the simple question. Yeah, and if you record anybody, you have to pay them. So, so there's new contract. There's so many problems. Auction. I don't know who Auction Kings is. I think that was a show on TLC where they had an auction house. Why is everyone being mean? I haven't seen any messages, but I don't read most of them. So the Canada show was hard to watch. Yeah, some people liked it, some didn't. So, I mean, the original is always the best. Jealous. I figured Rene would wake her up talking. Yeah, she probably is awake listening. You have no idea. Good evening. Why did they replace Dan with that girl? Probably just to have more leverage, and the longer somebody's on a show, the more gonna get paid. And look, I mean, A&E and OP at the end of the day, they're business people. If I were in their shoes, I would do the same thing. If you have only 4 buying teams, those buying teams have extreme leverage over you for contract negotiations. Now, if you have 9 buying teams and you only need 3 or 4 for a show, well, guess what? Now you have the leverage. That's just business 101. It's actually smart. I don't like it, but it's business 101. It's smart. Also, for the other thing, so in reality television, if you have a show and it lasts for 30 episodes, it's usually considered a home run show. It's a very, very good show. If a show lasts for 100 episodes, that's just crazy. That's just like you struck gold. Storage Wars has done 266 show episodes. Not only that, but it's in almost every country in the world, and it's popular. In Latin America, for the A&E network, we were the #1 show on every one of the stations. We had better ratings than Vikings and stuff like that, which I think is a great show. So, So what the follow-up with that is too, so after 266 episodes of with that much, they need to start changing it a little bit and refreshing it. And one of the easy ways to do that is just keep on bringing more cast members. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Obviously, as a cast member, I don't like it because I get paid per episode, and the more episodes I do, the more money I make. So that's a complete straightforward answer. I could even get in trouble for giving an answer. I think maybe, I don't even know, but not really. So I mean, it's true. It's good business. If I owned a show, I'd do the same thing. I met you guys at the store a few weeks ago. You're very nice people. Thank you, Butch. I appreciate it. So I meet a lot of people, so I don't specifically remember by the username, but thank you for coming in. Yeah, Vikings is amazing. Treasure. Should I go to sleep or stay on this live? I'm asking the same thing. This was supposed to be 20 minutes. It's like 2 hours. Ridiculous. You guys are fun, so. You know what? How about we get some more subscribers? I need some more people to subscribe to the channel. Lost lockers years ago in storage. Shoot sports collection took me years to get over it. Now just glad someone out here is enjoying what I did. I'm getting old and can't take it with me. That's true, guys. It's just stuff, I had stuff go up and down. At the end of the day, it's all just stuff. If you enjoy it, it's great. Hey, bro, I love the work you do. Thank you, Jonathan. I really appreciate it. That's a cool username, the Bargain Effect. That's funny. Do you remember your first storage unit I bought? Yes, I talked about it earlier, so just later on the replay, go back. Somebody asked a question on how do we get started in storage units. Probably everybody has already, yeah, probably I think so too. We got a lot of subscribers, we got a lot of thumbs up, so that's really cool. But actually, we got a really good turnout on these late night ones, so I'm probably going to start doing some more late night ones more often. I discovered storage was on YouTube, which sparked my interest, and I watched as many shows as I could. But when there's a missing episode, it kind of spoils it, so I'm buying the DVDs. DVDs, I think, only last for the first 4 seasons. I think the best way to buy it is to go on Amazon, or I think you can actually subscribe to A&E Digital directly. And then you have access. So if you subscribe to A&E directly, you have access to all the episodes except like 4. So, and I don't even know why those 4 are not on there. And on Amazon, you can just buy it by season. So that's cool too. Thanks for answering my questions. I'm always interested in the behind the scenes of Storage Wars. Yeah, no problem, Ken Star. So, but most reality shows, I mean, there's people on a contract, there's people not on a contract, and it makes it much easier for the producers to deal with people that are on a contract. And we have huge contracts, a lot of pages, a lot of details, a lot of releases. So, do it. I dare you. Are you hiring people? Not right now. Check out my dad's channel. My phone's going dead. Don't go dead. Thanks for answering my question earlier about the LP. I don't even remember what the question was. Oh, yeah, no, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I hope that helps. So, but yeah, with LPs, you definitely want to be careful. A lot of money there. Little G was just listening. Shared this live to my social media. Cool, awesome, guys. Yeah, oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. I never asked for this. So if you have social media, if you're on YouTube, share this stuff, share the video, help the channel grow. Like Casey and myself. So we're working on something really cool. I've been actually meaning to do it the last month, but we have something cool in what this channel will do, what no other resale channel does. And it's going to be a daily thing. So there'll be like daily 2 videos, sometimes even 3 videos coming out, and it'll just be something on a whole new level. I don't want to say it yet because I don't want nobody else to jump in to do it. So we want to be the first doing it, but sorry. But my allergies are kicking in, and my breathing gets short sometimes. But what am I trying to say here? So when we do this, you definitely want to be subscribed. It's going to be really exciting for resellers. There's going to be a lot of tips and tricks, and then just funny little things. And for people that just like to watch and keep track of stuff, that will be pretty cool. So you definitely want to make sure you subscribe to the channel. Best storage locker I bought. So obviously the Hoarder House, but that's not a storage locker. But then I also bought 2 lockers for $16,000, which is all full of welding supplies, brand new. They got a distributorship. Made so much money that was sick. I love Storage Wars. If I find it every day, it will be on. That's cool. I know Storage Wars is awesome. Benadryl, fool. You know what? I don't like taking any kind of medications. I know Benadryl would help, but also would puts me to sleep. But in general, I don't like to take any kind of medications unless I really have to. Aloe vera juice to calm that cough, Rene. Okay, cool. That's cool. I'll check that out. Did Daryl score 1 million yard? Well, if you ask him, he did, but I think it's more like 50,000. But okay. The more you share, we'll get a signed. The more you share, I will get a signed T-shirt. Oh, yeah, Melissa, send me an email. We'll send you a signed T-shirt. But do me a favor, send me the email when I come back from Michigan, which is going to be like on the 25th. So, because like the next few days, I'm like super crazy on my schedule. And if I get it now, I might just forget about it. Or you can, if you want to, just remind me on it next week if I don't get to it, because most likely I won't get to it. Do I go to car auctions? No, I don't. I don't like messing with cars. I bought a couple car deals in my life where it did really well, but they were more like high-end muscle cars. But in general, I'm not a car guy. You're the best on storage. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. See, that seems more real to me. I don't know what that means. What do you know about collecting old computers? Super popular. I mean, computers just keep on going up and up in value. And you find out early 70s, 80s stuff. Some of the stuff just goes insane prices. Even XT stuff, like original IBM XT keyboards, can bring $300-400 now. Michigan will be out in Petoskey, Michigan, which is upper Michigan. I think it's an hour or so north of Traverse City. I haven't looked up the mileage. What's up, Tyler? How are you? All right, Fraser, you're at 5%. That's okay. We're going to turn this off in a second here anyway. Am I in the market for a box truck? Mike Bacon, only if it's like a brand new one. I was actually looking at brand new Isuzus today. California is changing a lot of laws. I got a couple box trucks I need to sell. It's in Indiana. You could drive it back from MI. Oh, yeah, no. I don't want to drive a box truck across country. I like the competitive spirit of Storage Wars. Yes, I mean, it's competitive. Look, at the end of the day, we're talking about money. So if there's a lock and I can make 30 grand on, and I can buy it and make 30 grand on it. If Dave gets it, well, guess what? That 30 grand my family didn't make. So it is competitive. It's a serious business. People always think it's a joke. It's not. It's money. What people that have jobs don't realize between being self-employed, when you have a job, you go clock in, you get paid. If your business makes profit, it doesn't make profit in 90% of the cases, as long as they have the money to cover. If you have your own business, you better fight, claw, and not realistically fight, but you competitive. You work for every little dollar. You do that extra little thing. Some people clock out at 6. You come back, till 9 at night. Whatever it takes to get ahead. That's the mindset of a business person. I have a very nice as your daughter. Dad, I love watching your family. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to my dad. Do you like old coins? Yes, I like old currency. Just I like the history of them. So, do you think Hot Wheels is a good size stuff listing selling on eBay? I've never have unless you find high-end ones. So the regular Hot Wheels is just not enough money. But if you find high-end stuff, older package stuff, red lines. Actually, I got a bunch of red lines I need to list. Employee special model, things like that. Yes, you can make money. But in general, Hot Wheels are low. You'll package all day long and make like $40. Do you ever do the world's largest garage sale? I haven't, but I was been wanting to do that maybe next year. Do I have to schedule for Oklahoma yet? No, I just know it's Oklahoma September 27th or September 29th. So I'm kind of leaning. Actually, I think it's the 27th. So when we get close, I'll announce it. Email is Rene at bargainhuntersthriftstore.com. Rene at bargainhuntersthriftstore.com. And you can also go to our website, bargainhunterthriftstore.com. There's an email link there. The audience get used to the favorite. Yeah, so that's the one thing about bringing new people in. I think it hurt our ratings a little bit. Is I would say Storage Wars is like a sports league. You either root for me, Casey, and myself, or you root for Brandy and Jared, or you root for Dave, or certain people have a couple teams they root for. So they do want to see their favorites. I love Storage Wars, but I really wish they showed all the expenses and not just the buy and sell price. But yes, but remember, it's only a 22-minute show, and that's not really what the show's about. The show's what we pay for the unit and what we find. Most people with common sense will know, it takes gas to get there, it takes a business license, it takes retail store. But that's not everything. Oh, yeah, I'm a little bit tired, so I actually just got a little tired, but I'll still try to answer all your questions. If you post Rene's links, this channel will post eBay for you. Okay, eBay. Yes, thank you. Check it out, eBay channel. Actually, one of my watchers just bought a comic book for $6.50. If you're still watching, you should tell me what your username on YouTube is. So, and I think you actually got my only 9.2. I think actually the 9.2 is a better deal at 650 than the 8.5 at 500, which I'm firm. I've had a whole bunch of people offer me like 400 on that, but it's the lowest one. And I think I only had one 9.2, maybe two. I got to look at the listings on the eBay listing. And then the next jump is a 9.6 and then a 9.8. So it's a really cool book. And I mean, I know it will sell. Dave Stevens is a super popular artist, and that's all I have. So I'm in no hurry to sell these. Old English Dandy and Beano comics. Not top of my head, but I have over 80,000 books I haven't even looked at yet. So anyway, seems like chat slowed down a little, but I see we still have 140 people here. Well, with that said, it's more popping up. Watch your videos. Your back room is hoarded. Your background right now is hoarded. I'm kind of the same way. You're the same way. You're not a hoarder, right? Nope. It's just missing working on projects. And see, like some of those shelves, I'll put projects in there, and I get busy with other stuff, and I just never get back to it. But one of the new things that we're doing, so you'll see, it'll change. But I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm tired. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 offices right now. So we're complete office setups, and we do work out of. So I mean, that's just part of life. You always get stuff. You always find stuff. Yes, safe travels to Michigan. Most definitely. Thank you. I think you're the most updated comment reader on any live I've been on. Usually takes a while for people to read the comments. You read them quick. I like it. I try to. Thanks, Fraser. I mean, I try to as quick as I can, but you know how there's sometimes a whole bunch come in. So good option is always a super chat, but I'm trying to get them. I'm a jewelry hoarder. Yeah, you and Casey. But I try to interact as much as I can. So it just it gets busy. But guys, you know what? Just been 2 hours. I was going to do this for 20 minutes. I really get tired. Do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up for the video and share the video. We'll be back soon. There's no new video coming tomorrow, but we'll have a video coming Friday announcing all the Michigan details. If you guys are in the Michigan area, in the Petoskey area, would love it if you guys come out and see us. So I always like to put faces to the names and meet fans. I don't even consider you guys fans. It's more like family. But it's past midnight here. I need to go lay down, take a nap, so I can be productive tomorrow because I wasn't really that productive yesterday. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you. God bless you. Be good to each other. And thank you for watching. And we're staying. Okay, here we go.